Hello. You enjoy yourselves, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah.
Right, forgive me if I seem a bit rusty or out of game tonight. I just had the year off. My last game was in front of a whole bunch of people with face masks. So it was so lovely to see so many happy, smiling faces. So, remember all those signs that said, eat out to help out? I went to a pub, as I know what it is. Well, eat out to help out. I said, oh, steady on, love, I've only just met you. Now, I think I'd like to take a moment in this moment to reflect and remember those who, in these troubled times, have had their livelihoods affected. Like Marilyn Manson tributes. A mate of mine was a key worker. He was a manager at Timpson's. A fellow with leprosy goes to a job interview. So what do you hope to achieve with this position? He says, well, I most want to get my foot in the door. Yeah, I thought we had a cat with leprosy, and one day he got up a tree, and well, the good news is he managed to land on his feet. So I took advantage of the freedom. I took a visit to Blackwall Pleasure Beach. I won a goldfish and a coconut, or as Boris Johnson calls it, lunch. So, I went and took a visit to Belfast. Went to the town centre, there was a big explosion, debris and flames everywhere. I was one of the locals. God, was this the IRA? Oh, don't worry about it, pal. It was just a gender reveal party. I had an argument with a fellow on my way here. I had an argument with a fellow who turned out to be a cannibal. Told him to go eat a dick. It was Arnie Hammer. Would it be in bad taste to cast that guy as Hannibal Lecter? Moving on. Now, it is the job of every comedian to know where to draw the line. I do, it's right there in the bathroom. So, you meet a lot of fun, odd people in this comedy lark. One person I met, Priti Patel's gynecologist. Okay, and he told me the first time he took a peek up there, he said, fuck me, there's just no end to this cunt. You know what I said? When you decide to see Priti Patel and Diane Abbott on Countdown, you imagine those two on the numbers game. Good lord. So, I just got off doing this again. I did Zoom gigs for a while. Not the weirdest comedy show I've done. One time I did a comedy night, a nudist comedy. That was kind of weird. I gotta say, I've never seen so many twats in one room since I last tuned in the Question Time. If you're gonna do comedy nude, just make sure it's make sure the room's warm, and by the end of it, my dick looked like a fucking ice lolly. So, and anyone ever done that thing where you're having a drink and your mate makes you laugh and then you snort and liquid comes shooting out of your nostrils, you know what I mean? Free advice, never ever tell a joke whilst in the middle of oral sex. And that's how I met your mother. So in the movie, I'm doing a bit of watching on TV in my time as a lockdown. Yeah, I've been watching Doctor Who a lot. So I remember Matt Smith here. Matt Smith's doctor used to say I'm a madman with a box. Now I wonder why Jodie Whittaker hasn't used that phrase. Oh right. Okay. I remember Tom Baker, he used to say, there's no point in growing up if you can't be childish sometimes. Yeah, just ask Michael Jackson. I did theatre. I used to do amateur dramatics before all this went down. And this year, we started up again. Our pantomime is going to be Sleeping Beauty. Don't worry, the prince isn't named Andrew. So, well, we do musicals, and one time the musical director got us round to go to some songs, and he said, "All right, everybody, I want you to change keys." I got the shock of my life, because the last time somebody told me to change keys, I was at a swingers party. Mind you, the kids seem to like it. So anyway, I've been keeping myself amused in lockdown. You know those bumper stickers you got that said "naughty boy" on board? I got one of them. I used to think, wouldn't it be funny to stick them on police cars? No, even better. Get one of those and stick them on one of those big vans they put sex offenders in. So I'm watching watching television a lot on lockdown, watching movies a lot. So remember the great old movie North by Northwest? And there's a bit of a Cary Grant's chatting up Eva Marie saying, "Well, my biggest problem is that whenever I meet an attractive woman, I have to pretend that I have no desire whatsoever to make love to her." Ah, the Weinstein defense. So we finally got the, news for comic book movies, we finally got the Snyder cut of Justice League. Any of you see that? So it comes back, I was remembering Batman v Superman. Remember that bit that was in all the trailers? Batman calls Superman out to fight. He said, "Tell me, do you bleed? You will." And I thought, blimey, it's a good job he didn't say that to Wonder Woman. So I watched Daredevil on Netflix. So, okay, I'm in two minds about this. On the one hand, I can buy a blind man overcoming his disability by developing fighting skills and super reflexes, agilities and shit, but a lawyer becoming a superhero? We got anyone here from Bristol? Okay, I'll rephrase that. Anyone been to Bristol lately?
Yeah.
Well, good news. After years of chin wagging and thumb dragging, they finally changed the name of the Colston Hall to the Bristol Beacon. We want this name change. It's associated with somebody who did terrible things throughout history, who was an awful person, committed terrible crimes. Yeah, I got 2 words for you, pal. Savile Row. One day we won't be able to see colours. I'm fucking colourblind, you dust cunt! My next door neighbour is a right miracle of science. She never gets any headaches. Coincidentally, she's also got 7 children. So I went to my doctor. I thought there was something wrong with me. So I said, "Do you have anything to cure constipation?" And he said, "Yeah, this will make it shoot right out." I said, "Oh, well, what is it? Like a tablet?" "No, it's the result of your STD test." Yep. Now, I heard somebody tell me that some women find men with scars sexy because they mean, "Ooh, somebody's dangerous, enigmatic, and cool as that." And yet I tell them I show them the surgical scar on my arse, and they're not interested. I just don't know anymore. So, everyone has phrases that annoy them, and here's one. You know this one? You have a conversation with somebody, and they keep saying, and they think, "Well, needless to say," and then they resume talking. Well, if it's needless to say, why you fucking saying it then? What do I think about this? Well, needless to say. Banter annoys me, or banter, like somebody says something funny and then kind of ruins it by saying that word at the end of it. Cool. But, free advice, fellas. If you have to tell people what you're saying is witty or amusing banter, most likely isn't. I mean, there's a good reason why we don't end things with one-liner, funny anecdote, joke, amusing story, satirical observation. I feel like Mark Wahlberg in The Departed. Like, if we did that, we would not be good at what we do, would we? the cunts. You calling us cunts? And now I'm a hat person. Easy thing to miss, I know. Got quite a few of the hats, that's the thing. Now, you noticed when you're wearing a hat, apparently there's this unwritten rule that says if you see somebody wearing a hat, it's okay to either yank it off them or just ask. I don't even ask, like beg and plead to wear it. Like, oh, please let me wear your hat. Oh, good son, I was going to please try your hat and please let me wear it. I have found out the hard way that the same exact rule does not apply to women's bras. Double standards, eh? What can you do? Hello, my dear. Oh, that is a lovely pair of knickers you're wearing. Would you mind if I tried them on? Oh, they will go so well with my collection. Oh, I don't care that they haven't been washed. Got quite a few people with glasses in them. Have you ever noticed when you let somebody wear your glasses, they always say the same bleeding thing, don't they? It's like, oh, mate, your eyesight's bad. Oh, nothing gets past you, does it? I mean, what do you do? Do you sit in people's wheelchairs and go, oh, that's a bit slow, isn't it? That's it. So, yeah. I'm Jewish. I got a Jewish mother. Doesn't like me doing with the Jewish jokes. So we've agreed to a compromise that I'm saving them all up for the next Labour Party conference. A phrase I also based on it. I hate the phrase grammar Nazi. It's about you correct somebody's spelling and punctuation because we're British, we insist on that sort of thing. And I think, oh, grammar Nazi. Yeah, because as we all know, that there was a special wing in Auschwitz reserved for people who put their apostrophes in the wrong places. Dumbass. My dad always used to tell me that the worst thing you can do to an enemy is just ignore them. I now understand why he was kicked out of the army. He used to tell me that everybody's beautiful on the inside. This coming from a man who has clearly never had a colonoscopy. He used to tell me that behind every successful man there is a woman, especially if you're into S&M. Is Sharon like, he said. But why is that? Well, let me tell you about something called polyamory. Now, it is a shame that my comedy nights seem to end the same way as my romantic engagements. I've got to go now, I mean 10 minutes is almost up. So, I'm going to leave you with some words of wisdom I was giving. People who live in glass houses should really change estate agents. Thank you, I hope I haven't put you off your dinners. Appreciate it.